Iranian officials say country's top nuclear scientist was killed near Tehran.
And this is a Fox News alert. An Iran scientist linked to its military nuclear program has been killed in Tehran. That's according to Iranian state television. Iran's foreign minister hinting that Israel was behind it. Benjamin Hall is live in London with the very latest. Benjamin, what more can you tell us?
Arthel, this is a very big deal in Iran. This man was not only in charge of Iran's nuclear program, but he was called the father of Iran's bomb, and he has been for 20-odd years. He is a man that both Secretary Pompeo and Benjamin Netanyahu have mentioned by name, and his death is a huge blow to the Iranian nuclear program. Fakhrizadeh was ambushed in a wealthy suburb of Tehran. The attackers reportedly blew up a truck as he passed with his bodyguards before 5 of them then opened fire on his car, a remarkably audacious operation. The Iranian foreign minister is already blaming Israel, and an advisor to Supreme Leader Khamenei has said the US is seeking war, adding that Iran would retaliate.
So, did you hear? Let's play that again.
The Iranian foreign minister is already blaming Israel, and an advisor to Supreme Leader Khamenei has said the US is seeking war.
So, the US is seeking war. Okay? So, who's in control of Israel? All right? The US. Okay? And who's, all right, the earth given to? All right? According to Job chapter 9, verse 24 of the Bible, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And the wicked are the elite banking families, all right? Rothschilds, Rockefellers, okay? The 1% Illuminati, all right? They're ruling this world in wickedness. And they have all these wars play out, okay? They had World War One and World War Two play out, okay? They have wars be fought, all right, for them to gain profit, okay? So it says Israel playing a role in scientist death, okay? And the U.S. in control of Israel, all right? This is rumors of war, okay? Of an inevitable World War III that's about to come to this world, all right?
A remarkably audacious operation. The Iranian foreign minister is already blaming Israel, and an advisor to Supreme Leader Khamenei has said the US is seeking war, adding that Iran would retaliate by, quote, descending like lightning on the killers of this oppressed martyr. This is just the latest in a series of attacks that have struck at the very heart of Iran's nuclear program, amid fresh concern about the increased amount of enriched uranium that Iran is producing. Just a few days ago, senior Israeli officials had predicted a very sensitive period in the coming weeks, and Israeli defense forces were told to get ready for the US potentially ordering a strike against Iran before the end of President Trump's term, though there was no intelligence of a strike. Just under a year ago, the US assassinated the Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Back then, Iran responded by attacking US bases in Iraq, and at the time, many said that the two countries stood on the brink of war. Whether Iran retaliates now remains to be seen. Certainly, if they did retaliate now, it would be a lot harder for a Biden administration to rejoin the JCPOA, the Iran deal, like they have said they wanted to. And there are many...
So it says Iran, all right, gonna retaliate like lightning. Like it said right here. Let me go back real quick.
Audacious operation. The Iranian foreign minister is already blaming Israel, and an advisor to Supreme Leader Khamenei has said the US is seeking war, adding that Iran would retaliate by, quote, descending like lightning on the killers of this oppressed martyr. This is just the latest in a series of
descending like lightning
attacks that have struck at the very heart of Iran's nuclear program, amid fresh concern about the increased amount of enriched uranium that Iran is producing. Just a few days ago, senior Israeli officials had predicted a very sensitive period in the coming weeks, and Israeli defense forces were told to get ready for the US potentially ordering a strike against Iran before the end of President Trump's term, though there was no intelligence of a strike. Just under a year ago, the US assassinated the Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Back then, Iran responded by attacking US bases in Iraq, and at the time, many said that the two countries stood on the brink of war. Whether Iran retaliates now remains to be seen.
Yeah, so it remains to be seen.
Certainly, if they did retaliate now, it would be a lot harder for a Biden administration to rejoin the JCPOA, the Iran deal, like they have said they wanted to. And there are many US allies in the Middle East who do not want them to rejoin that deal. What we have at the moment is an incredibly tense situation, certainly over the next couple of months. Arthel?
Yeah, and no doubt laced with many complexity.
All right, so this is rumors of wars, and this is all biblical, okay? Because the United States of America is going to get completely destroyed off the face of the globe. All right, it's going to be a giant desert and wasteland real soon. Okay, so this is all biblical. All right, World War III. All right, the war to end all wars. Okay, United States. All right, is going to get completely wiped out with ICBM nuclear missiles. Okay, and that's what Iran has. Okay, that's what other countries have. Okay, the United States is gonna be totally decimated. Okay, and throughout all the chaos and uproars and absolute madness that's about to happen to this planet, there is going to be a group of people who are going to be saved from the midst of chaos. Okay, and that's the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, nation of Israel consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, all praise, honor, and infinite glory goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kakadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God. And Yahushua is the true name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. If you do not look like a typical black, Hispanic, or Native American, you can still be a Israelite from your father's seed line, his genealogy. Okay. If his genealogy and his seed line go back to an Israelite man. Okay. And this is the key to prove that you're Israelite or not. Your spirit bears witness, so your spirit's proof. It's evidence that you are an Israelite because you are drawn to this 100% word which comes out of the camp of Great Millstone, without a shadow of a doubt, and you fit the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. I'm the brother Zakar from the Great Millstone Playing Tables Camp in Philadelphia, PA. Topic of this video is going to be, okay, Iranian officials say country's top nuclear scientist was killed near Tehran. Okay. Of course, the foreign minister said Israel had something to do with it, and the United States is in control, all right, of Israel. Okay. So, just all leading up to the inevitable World War III, all right, war to end all wars, okay, which is biblical, all right. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past. Woe meaning destruction. So the second destruction is past. Okay, World War II is done. It's in the books. Okay, it's past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay, and that's World War III. It comes quickly. All right. There's not nuclear bombs and nuclear scientists making all these high-tech technology just for it to not be used. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse, I'm going to start at 1. Now these are signs who the world calls Jesus Christ. All right, his real name is Yahushai, the Lord of the nation of Israel. These are signs that he gave, okay, to his disciples so they can know, all right, when his grand return will be. All right, these are indicators that will point to his grand return, all right, on this earth. Now, let me read Matthew chapter 24 and verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See now all these things, verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. So all the kingdoms prior, all right, to the kingdom of heaven, they're all gonna be thrown down. Okay. Just like Rome fell in Greece, okay, America's gonna fall. Even though a lot of people think it won't fall, it's still gonna fall. Okay. Verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? Okay. So of course, the infamous line "end of the world." Okay, is this actually talk about the world being destroyed with a comet? Okay, no, it's talking about the end of the so-called white man's rulership. All right, the nation of Edom. Okay, because that's the actual biblical name for you so-called Caucasians. Okay, the Caucasian race, what you call today white people. Okay, that's their actual name. Okay, so it says, and tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said to them, Take heed that no man deceive you. So, all right, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed. So, saying they have, all right, the true doctrine, okay, true, the right path, okay. A lot of different spirituality paths and religions are out, all right, as of this current situation in this globe, okay, and shall deceive many. So many false prophets are around. There's a lot of different Israelite camps who don't teach the 100% doctrine, okay. Naming a few, all right, HOI, okay, IUIC, okay, Sakari, IS, ISPUCK, all right. I don't know if I didn't quote that the correct way, all right. It's the Israelite School of Practical Knowledge, all right. ISPUCK, all right. You can look it up, all right. These are false. Um, these are camps that don't teach 100% truth, right? And of course, with all these different denominations all across the globe, okay. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Now, what just happened at the beginning of video, all right, that's talking about war, okay? It just said we don't know how, okay, Iran's going to retaliate, okay? And they can do whatever they want, okay? Because we're living in times like never before seen, okay? You got the coronavirus running rampant, okay? Talks about vaccines as a recording of this video, okay? And now Iran may do a surprise, okay? May just do whatever, okay? That the Heavenly Father wants them to do, okay? Because this is all His will that He's controlling, all right? He's the ultimate puppet master, okay? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, so wars and rumors of wars, all these things must come to pass, so they must happen. Okay, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. According to the Bible, there's 18 different nations. So a nation rising against a nation is a race riot. Okay, one ethnicity and group of people against another, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, so one government superpower or establishment against another. That's war. Okay, so these are signs. You can clearly see it today. There should be famines, scarcity of food, right? And pestilences, diseases, plagues, and earthquakes in diverse places. And that happens today, all right? Famines, okay? People who are starving to death, okay, all across the globe. And pestilences, okay, what you call plagues, diseases, all right? It's known the coronavirus, all right, as of right now, okay? and earthquakes in diverse places. And there's a lot of different earthquakes that happen all across the globe that people are not aware of. Okay, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so this right here, okay, can lead to, all right, the inevitable downfall of America. Okay, what Iran may do next. Okay, but the thing is, as an Israelite listening to this video, all right, much worse things are coming than what Iran does next. Okay, martial law. Okay, concentration camps, a time like never before seen. Okay, and the only way to be safe from these times is the Heavenly Father's mercy. You repenting and changing your lifestyle to please Him during this grace period as an Israelite. Rehearsing righteous acts of the Bible to the best of your ability. All right. Following the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. Showing your faith by your works because actions speak louder than words. Okay. That's the best way, all right, you have for the times about to come to this world. Okay. That's your best shot. Okay. It's not like you can just prep carnally, all right, for the things that are about to happen to this world. Okay. Because you may prep, okay, but it's not going to do you any good because the Heavenly Father knows you better than you know yourself. All right. Man's goings are of the Lord. There's no such thing as free will. So you trying to prep by yourself, okay? The Heavenly Father can just ruin everything you prepped because you don't want to seek Him, all right, as a Black, Hispanic, or Native American. Or you may not look like one, but you're still drawn to His Word. So the thing is, all right, the God of Israel is in control, and He's going to show this world that He's in control, that He has other sides than just love, that He kills and He makes alive, all right? That He's the King of terrors. It's going to be very known and it's going to be evident and blatant and just straight that there's more to this realm than what meets the eye. Okay. So with all that being said, okay, seek the Heavenly Father while He may be found. All right. Because this gospel, this good news on the internet is not gonna be here forever. All right. And the men of the Lord on the highways and byways preaching the sincere gospel, they're not going to be there forever. Lord willing, this video is edifying. All praise, honor, and infinite glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, Shalom, which is peace, Yasharallah, which is Israel. Shalom.